In 1763, Britain stood alone at the peak of global power. The 7 Years' War had ended and the Union Jack flew over territories stretching from Canada to India. France was humbled. Spain was weakened. Britain ruled the seas. And yet this moment of triumph marked the beginning of a dangerous solitude. No allies. No grand alliances. Only the belief that naval supremacy and wealth could protect the empire. Historians would later call it splendid isolation. But for Britain between 1763 and 1776, it was anything but splendid. The Treaty of Paris in 1763 ended the greatest global war of the 18th century. Britain emerged victorious but exhausted. The war had doubled the national debt. The army was overstretched. The empire had become too large to manage easily. Yet Britain chose withdrawal, not cooperation. Unlike the continental powers, Britain avoided permanent alliances. European diplomacy was seen as a trap, expensive, unstable, and unnecessary. The Royal Navy, not treaties, was Britain's shield. London believed it could stand apart, isolated but secure. The greatest danger did not come from Europe but from across the Atlantic. The American colonies had fought alongside Britain in the 7 Years' War. But victory brought new problems. Britain needed money, so it taxed the colonies. The Stamp Act, the Townshend Duties, the Tea Act. Each law deepened resentment. Normally, Britain might have relied on allies to deter rebellion or pressure rivals. But alone, Britain faced its colonies without diplomatic backup. France saw opportunity. Spain waited patiently. The Dutch followed the money. Britain's isolation was becoming visible and vulnerable. Act 4. Diplomacy fails. Force remains 6 o'clock to 7:30. By the early 1770s, British diplomacy was in crisis. France rebuilt its navy in silence. Spain strengthened its empire. Russia expanded unchecked in Eastern Europe. Britain had no alliance system to counter these moves. When rebellion erupted in America in 1775, Britain responded with force, not diplomacy. But force without allies is costly. Troops had to cross oceans. Supplies stretched thin. Every battle drained the treasury. Isolation now had a price, and Britain was paying it alone. In July 1776, the American colonies declared independence. Within months, Britain's enemies sensed weakness. France began secret aid to the rebels. Spain prepared for war. The Dutch opened their ports. Britain was no longer isolated by choice but by circumstance. Its refusal to build alliances after 1763 had left it strategically naked. The empire that once dominated the world now fought a global struggle without friends. Between 1763 and 1776, Britain believed isolation was strength. It avoided Europe. It trusted the navy. It ruled alone. But isolation bred overconfidence, and overconfidence led to crisis. The American Revolution would shatter Britain's illusions and force a rethink of foreign policy.